How's it going, everyone? If anybody can see us, we're just letting everybody in here, admitting everybody from the waiting room. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. I'm going to take off my mask so you all can hear me a little bit better here.
This is the first time doing a Zoom meeting like this, so it's going to be kind of a learning experience for all of us, but I think it's going to be interesting and pretty active.
Yeah, we're going to have some fun tonight. Hopefully you guys are ready to rock. All right, so we got another minute or two here. We'll keep letting people in.
By the way, I'm John Mickman, founder of the company, and this is Adam McGuire. He and I work hand in hand with marketing and promotion and programs, and but he's actually in charge. He's the marketing administrator. But we make a good team.
That's right. That's right, John. Well, thank you. Thank you. We hope everyone's doing well tonight. So one of the things we wanted to start with is if you guys have any questions right off the bat, go ahead and throw them in the comments section in the chat window. What we're going to do is, let's see, we'll put in an email as well. We're going to go ahead and type in an email if you have any questions that you want to submit, or you can submit them right on the chat screen.
And we have a number of fundraising coaches on staff right now working late. So if you want to give any of them a call, during the Zoom meeting or afterwards, feel free to call the 800 number, which is 800-446-4229.
Perfect, and that'll be in the chat window as well. So we'll go ahead and get everybody admitted here. Still got a few people joining us.
So this is going to be returning customers, and then there's we've got a plethora of leads coming in this year.
So people that want info.
So it should be interesting.
Yeah. So why don't we kick things off? We'll keep letting people jump in. There will be people that are coming in a little bit late. We'll just gradually let everyone in here. So as John mentioned, I'm your host, Adam. This is John, the owner of Mickman Brothers. We have a bevy of teammates behind us as well that you can't see. We have fundraising coaches, our CEO, our president, everybody on hand to help facilitate questions and really make this a fun evening for everyone. Yeah. So we want to welcome all of you. Thank you for being with us tonight, and we're excited to share the night with you. We're going to have lots of fun. We're going to answer lots of questions. And some of the things we're going to be discussing, John, the best way to successfully fundraise during the COVID-19 era, if you will, your top 10 list. Now, we'll get into that a little bit later, but that's a really exciting one. And I think that might be the key to this whole thing. What do you think, John?
It's always been the key, but we're really stressing that the top 10 list this year. So
that's right.
A little bit later on, we'll be getting into that.
Absolutely. And so while we let the last few people join, one of the things we want to do is share a little 2.5-minute video with you guys while we let everybody in here. And when we come back from the video, we're going to field a few questions for you guys. So like I said, throw those in the chat comment box, email us, call us. We have our fundraising coaches standing by. So sit back, relax. We're going to go ahead and do a share screen here so you guys can see the video. We'll be back with you in a couple minutes here. Thanks, guys.
Everyone knows about the traditional, classic leading role in a Christmas movie, the Christmas tree.
I give you the Griswold family Christmas tree.
But often overlooked is the supporting actor role of a Christmas movie, the Christmas wreath.
Good morning. Would you like to buy a Christmas wreath?
Unlike the Christmas tree shoved into a corner in the back room of the house, the wreath is displayed prominently on the front door for all guests to see all season long. It all started back in 1934, a lovingly handcrafted wreath displayed prominently on Grandma Mickman's door in St. Paul, Minnesota. But to her surprise, it didn't stay there long. Sources say it was an inside job. Her son, in fact, John Victor Mickman, plucked that wreath off the front door and sold it to a lucky family off Summit Ave in Minnesota. The suspect at large started something magical that day that continues on almost 80 years later with his son, John Stephen Mickman.
I've actually been making wreaths since I was just a young boy, about 10 years old or so, when my grandmother showed me how to make Christmas wreaths. I'm almost 70 now, so that makes me 6 years into this Christmas wreath business. it's really become a labor of love through my entire lifetime.
One thing people don't realize about John is he truly lives and breathes wreath season. I mean, he won't ever tell you this, but he's not the boardroom type of guy. He's not the button-up, prim and proper leader and CEO. He wants to be on the floor, and he is in the mix every single day because he truly cares about the final product of everyone's wreath.
I can't think of a more appropriate gift to give anyone than a fresh, fragrant holiday Christmas wreath to grace their homes, to welcome home friends and family for the seasons.
Quality is sincerely at the heart of every single thing that we do, from our internal processes and marketing to the product itself. Like John likes to say, if it's not good enough to hang on grandma's door, we don't expect you to hang it on yours. The end of the year can be tough for people, especially people running businesses. We do everything in our power and have for more than 4 decades to keep it simple and easy for you to make a lasting impression.
As Steve just mentioned, this is what we do. And it really is that simple and easy. And we'd like to welcome you to the Mickman family.
So there we go. We hope everybody enjoyed the video. Thanks again, John, for being a part of that. So we're going to go ahead and admit a few more of the people here that are in the waiting room. Sorry to keep you waiting, guys, if you're just joining us. We just watched a short little video here on our company and the Wreath fundraiser. So
as Adam does that, if you want to let more people in.
Absolutely.
Let me just share, I've been talking with dozens and dozens of customers over the past month or so. And every day I talk with our fundraising coaches about what is the most common question.
Yeah.
What are people asking? And really one of the main things I like to say is they're still going to have Christmas this year.
That's right. It's not canceled.
No.
Breaking
Christmas
news.
isn't canceled.
Live.
And for those customers that have been purchasing from our organizational customers in past years, they're still going to want to purchase a Christmas wreath to help decorate their home for the holidays.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And once that tradition becomes a tradition in the community, they want to keep doing it year after year.
They come to expect it.
They come to expect it.
Yeah.
And they're helping a nonprofit organization decorate the home for the holidays. And as people come to people's home for the holidays, they're greeted with a beautiful Christmas wreath. Here's
right on the
we've got
front
a couple of our products here. This is the cranberry splash wreath. I mentioned cranberry splash spray. This is the tabletop Christmas tree, and this is the candlelit centerpiece. A couple of the products we have. So people are still going to buy the products. The trick is, how can the organizational members offer the products to their customers proliferously and safely?
Exactly.
And that's what this evening's all
That's
about.
right. We're going to talk a bunch about that. We're going to test on all aspects.
I think I just made up that word, proliferously.
I like it though. Should we make it?
Okay, that's okay. That's
on Webster. Okay. So we're going to field one more question that came in on the chat from a Marie B. Marie says, I just received my packet today. Is all the information in there for the troops? So John, why don't you take that one?
Yes. In this packet, what she's referring to is this introductory packet that comes with an introductory letter. Prices is in there. There's a copy of the sales aids are in there. There's a copy of the holiday gift pack order form in there. One of the most important parts is to read is this 2020 Program for Success. This piece has pictured all the products and really everything a person needs to know to get started on the fundraiser is within this piece. It's quite complete. A lot of people say, well, there's so much to read. It's a lot to get through. Well, I'd rather have people have more information than they want to get through the first time than not include everything.
Yeah.
So it really has everything.
Yeah, it does. It does. And if you have any questions along the way, we have a full team of customer service coaches, fundraising coaches that'll be working with you every step of the way. So even if there's something that you want to know extra, or maybe some extra tips or tricks or helpful hints, whatever you may need, don't hesitate to reach out to your fundraising coach. Think of them as another part of your committee.
And that's a really important point.
Yeah.
I established this, we used to call them customer service reps, but really they're more like coaches.
Yeah.
Coaching the fundraising leaders through to a successful fundraiser.
Absolutely.
And really, we have 6 fundraising coaches, and each customer that we have has one dedicated coach. So you can call the same person to work with you through the whole program.
Yep, absolutely, absolutely. So thank you for the question, Marie. We hope we answered it there for you. But again, if you have any questions, just let us know.
Yes.
So one of the things we wanted to talk about today is how to put on the most successful fundraiser during the COVID era. We have a piece that we made this year that really talked about it because we knew that would be such a big aspect for fundraising this year, and a lot of groups that have questions about that. And our priority is to keep all of you safe and all of you healthy, as well as us. We take many precautions internally. And so, John, why don't you touch on that piece a little bit? Because I think that's really the key to the most successful fundraiser.
By the way, for those of you that saw that video, those production images were last year.
Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
There was no such thing as COVID last year, so no one had masks. There was no plexiglass shields.
Yep.
And by the way, we spend a lot of time and effort keeping all of our employees safe during production season.
Yep.
When that happens later on in October.
Exactly.
Attached to everybody, returning customers and all their incoming leads this year, paperclip to the introductory letter is this piece that's called COVID-19 Ready. And it really talks about the different opportunities we have for offering Christmas trees to each of the members' customers.
If you have that piece, take it out and follow along. I know you might not be able to see that from the camera there, but if you have it with you, follow along. If not, we'll touch on the 3 main points from this piece here.
Yeah. So the traditional program is a traditional program that my family's been doing even before my brother Chris and I started our company in '75. My grandmother had a wreath business. My dad had a wreath business. My brother Chris and I started a wreath business in '75. The traditional program is where each member offers to their customers to purchase one of our products, and they take orders for whatever they need. And at the end of the sales period of the fundraiser, each member submits the orders to the fundraising leader. They add up all the items that need to be purchased, send the order to us.
Yep.
And then we ship the bulk order to one destination. Sometimes it's a person's home. They keep them in the garage. Sometimes it's someone in the organization has a warehouse of some sort. But they all get delivered to one place.
And that's really the bread and butter of the the whole fundraising thing. And you can still do that in the the pandemic state that we're in right now. Use the phone, the email, the text, the social media, outreach however you want, instead of going door to door, which really isn't something we've really pushed in a long time, many years. So that's going to be the key to start off your fundraiser, is right there, doing the outreach digitally, utilizing the traditional program. But we still have 2 other programs. So John, why don't you talk about the HDP program?
Do I have to go right away?
I mean,
okay.
I'm excited. I'm excited.
So that is a bread and butter. Products purchased on the traditional program are the least expensive when offered to your customers.
Yep.
Because why? Because the members are doing a lot of the work.
Yeah, exactly.
They're all being bulk shipped, which is a big part of the cost, to one location. Then the members and their families distribute them door to door.
Yep.
And when the families come to pick them up, when you read through the program for success for the traditional program, it's either preferred weeks of delivery and a certain Monday through Friday. So I always tell our customers, schedule your pickup date on the Saturday at the end of your preferred week of delivery.
Yep.
And then schedule the families to come at various times, say on that Saturday.
So you can be socially
throughout the day.
distant. You're not going to run any traffic jams.
And prepare, Johnny Donuts wreaths, different
Yep.
from Mary Wagner's wreaths,
Yep.
and different piles. So when the people come to pick them up, they can be socially distant.
Exactly.
And then-
That's huge.
And then when they're dropped off, they can do it like when my pizza company delivers my pizza pie to me and my wife, they just put it on the stoop, ring the doorbell.
and they're
If
out.
they don't see us come out, they call us, say,
Yeah.
you're there's a pizza pie. That's how they can deliver the wreaths.
Yep.
So just leave them out there and go. It's perfectly safe.
Yep. Really easy way to still implement the traditional program.
Yes, and
Absolutely.
I really haven't been encouraging members, which mainly youth, kids, going door to door for reasons. Jacob Wetterling was kidnapped,
Yeah,
20, 30 years ago.
Yeah.
But you don't need to.
No, and like we said, our number one priority is to keep everyone safe. So by all means, the digital outreach is going to be huge this year. It's what a lot of you probably already do already. So that's the first key.
Yeah.
Are you going to keep making me wait for the
Okay,
HDP?
no, holiday gift rate.
Okay, holiday gift wreath. This is one that I really like. It's in tandem with the third one that John's going to talk about. So the holiday gift product program really is utilized by individual forms, which John has a copy of, which some of you may see. And essentially what that is you outreach, you fill the form out per order, per member, and then you submit those to us, and then we direct ship it to the recipient. So
Well,
it's
wait.
completely hands off.
What about the personalized message?
Well, the customized message, yeah. I mean, go ahead and talk about that. That's the
These, when
cherry
these
on
come
top.
in, I mean, we literally get tens and tens of thousands of these every year. And it's so fun going through them. A lot of times you get a little kid with a crayon writing,
Yeah.
"Merry Christmas, Grandma," from Johnny.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, they're really, it's a
It's fun to
personalized
see.
message.
Absolutely.
And this actually piece goes in the box with the product.
Yep.
Whether it's a wreath or a door spray or.
It's a great touch. I don't know of anybody else that does that, and that's kudos to you, John, for that, because that was a really great piece. That's why it's my favorite program right there.
A lot of the, when we send the free sales aids and brochures out to each of the members, each member gets 2 of these.
Yeah.
And I suspect that most of these are purchased by mom and dad.
Yeah.
To think, what are we going to send to Aunt Bertha, in Albuquerque? But for $30, $40, we send a perfect gift for Aunt Bertha with a personalized message. Done. And
Yeah.
Aunt Bertha doesn't want a lot of clutter in her house, but this would be perfect.
Exactly.
So.
And we just had a question come in from a Jane McGillicuddy. I don't know if I'm saying that last name right, but hopefully I'm not. But Jane said, "Is there one?" I gotta find it now. Is there one program that is completely contactless? And the answer is yes.
There is one program. Now, we've actually had a fundraising website for a few years, but really it was dedicated to the recipients of the holiday gift wreaths. When Aunt Bertha in Albuquerque received this wreath, there was an opportunity for her to go to a website and put in the coupon code, and then Johnny Donut would get credit, and so Troop 56 for that purchase.
And I love the name of it. What's the program called?
Gift It Forward.
Gift It Forward. So all of your customers can gift it forward and keep that chain going, which in the end will mean more profits for your group with no extra effort.
And this year, for the first time, we're really pushing this out to all our fundraising groups. It's because of COVID.
Exactly. It's totally online, totally contactless. You don't have to handle any money, any product, nothing. All online shopping, you get the credit.
So you go to giftedforward.com,
Yep.
you put in it's really the group ID.
Yeah, the customer ID.
Like
Yep.
TR56MN001 would be example of a customer ID.
Yep.
From that point forward, when the person orders 1, 2, 3, however many items they order, the Troop 56 gets credit,
Mhm.
and Johnny gets credit too.
Exactly.
Because the opportunity to put who that's coming from. And on the back end, I mean, this is really a complicated website. On the back end, at any time, we know, and the fundraising leader can find out how many wreaths have been sold.
Yep.
And who sold them,
And your profit to date.
and the profit to date. That's
Super
right.
easy. Super easy. Let's see. We have one more question came in. It talks about, can I see who bought from the website? And I wanted to touch base on that one because John just had mentioned that. So you can see which members have sold or have the coupon code came in for. You can't quite see who individually because of privacy laws, of course, but you can see which of your members have sold using the coupon code, which is nice.
And we forgot about something really important.
Oh my gosh.
You're all doing this to make profit. So with the 3 different programs, traditional program, holiday gift program, gift it forward program, for the first 2, traditional and holiday gift, you get to choose your own level
Yes.
of profitability.
That's right.
We recommend between $5 and $10 each.
Yep.
And some, wreaths have been sold here in the Twin Cities for, since my grandma started selling in the 30s. So a lot of organizations, Twin Cities, sell them for $5 profit.
Yeah.
We have some organizations in, say, Connecticut that sell them for $10 and more
Yeah,
profit.
15, 20 I've even
Yeah.
seen.
Those of you who live on the East Coast seem to make a little bit more money than we do here in the flyover zone of Minnesota.
Right, exactly.
But anyway, so both traditional program and holiday
Yep.
gift program, you choose your own profit.
Exactly.
But for the gifted forward program, for every item purchased, the organization earns $8.
Yep. So if 10 people order one thing, that's $80 back to your group.
That's right.
Super easy, super simple. So we had a question come in from a Carmelo. Carmelo asked, can the sender select delivery dates for online orders through the Gift It Forward program?
So I think the answer to that is no. No one's ever asked that question. Good question.
Yep, great question, Carmelo. Thank you.
But what we do with sending out all the online orders and Gift It Forward orders, we start shipping them the Thursday before Thanksgiving.
Exactly.
And we don't release them until they will be received no sooner than the Monday of Thanksgiving.
And everything's made fresh daily. So when the order comes in online, made fresh, shipped out,
Yeah.
just like that.
Yeah.
Um,
However, that week before Thanksgiving, we start producing all the gift trees and gift and forward trees on that Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, and we ship on Thursday, Friday. I mean, there's, I don't know, maybe 27 levels of holiday gift products and gift and forward products that go out
Yeah.
on that Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Exactly.
So there's the next Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and they go via FedEx, so they do deliver on Friday of Thanksgiving week.
Yep.
Friday, Saturday. That FedEx is actually living 7 days a week.
Yep.
Except for Thanksgiving Day. So anyway, the answer to that question is they won't receive them before the Monday of Thanksgiving, and they will all be received by about December 9th.
Exactly.
And the ones we ship out last, we separate the wreaths that go to the southern states, Florida, Southern California, Arizona. We ship those to arrive after Thanksgiving weekend. So they have, it's warm there.
Exactly.
And so, yeah.
So now, and as we said in the beginning, if you guys have any questions at all, feel free to text them in, call them in, contact your coach. We have limited time tonight, so we'd love to get to every question and talk all about our products and programs. We just gave you a little highlight of the programs. You've seen a little preview of our products. We really want to get to the top 10 list, which is one of our favorites, but we did have one question come in quick from an Allison C. And Allison asked a really easy, really simple question that we can give you.
I love those easy.
Exactly. I'll tee you up. Are you ready, John? Okay. When are all of the orders due to us? So
Okay.
when do fundraising groups have to submit them to us?
So to answer that question, it used to be almost every year is November 1st. For a couple different reasons, but one of the reasons is that's my birthday.
A lot of birthday presents coming in.
Unfortunately, this year, November 1st is on a Sunday. So this year it's going to be November 3rd. So November 3rd, that is the final order date for the traditional program and the holiday gift program. Now, people procrastinate. If they don't come in exactly on November 3rd, that's okay because we're processing it.
Yep.
It's a big job. We're doing it really for a couple of weeks. And so if everybody gets an early start, that would be the time to do it.
Yeah.
I always recommend at least 3 weeks for a selling period.
Yep.
And so most groups, get their organization rolling, and by mid-September, they're starting to, the scouts and really, schools too.
Yeah.
They're starting in September. Through October, they're still selling, and then by November 1st, this year, November 3rd, they're ready to submit the final orders.
Exactly.
And by the way, that's final order date for holiday gift program too.
Yep.
And holiday gift program is kind of first come, first serve, and there's a lot to come in. So if you get your orders in right on November 3rd, you're the first to process. Then we'll get those out when we start shipping towards the end of that month of November.
Exactly.
We do have a late order program. If people get a late start, they can submit their orders in the middle of November.
Yep.
And all those orders for sure will be received after December 1st.
Yeah. We still prefer the November 1st deadline.
Absolutely.
That's what 95% of our groups do.
Yeah.
So, okay, so we shouldn't make them wait any longer. John, what is the top 10 list and why is it so important? And everybody, if I had to pick one key specific thing that I want you guys to do, this could double or triple your sales this year. That's how important it is. So, John, give them the tip. This is it right here.
So we refer to this in the COVID-19 ready piece, which is this piece. So, and everybody that was a lead this year
Yep.
or a training customer has this piece. And we discussed that here. The form we're talking about is actually this form. On the front side of this form, this is really important. For each member that gets a sales aid for sales brochures, they get one of these to bring home to their parents. It has the contact information for the leaders of the organization. It has the important dates of when the reasons going to get picked up and final order dates. This is important for the families to understand. So important.
Yeah.
This sheet is extremely important. This is the front side. The back side talks about fundraising tip sheet. And on this tip sheet, there's room for 10 names. And there are really big space between them so the youngsters that do with a crayon, they can write grandma's name. And here's the essence of this.
Yep.
When I was a Cub Scout, I was in competition with my best friend Chris Hartswell. He's a Cub Scout too. I went door to door. I sold actually more than 100 wreaths every single year.
Yeah.
But that was in the 50s. So that's a
little bit different time.
Yeah, different time. But these days, you don't need to do that.
No.
No, it's so 10.
I could probably name 10 in 10 seconds. That's how easy it is.
Yeah. 10, and every member knows 10 people that would readily buy a Christmas tree. It's mom and dad, it's grandma and grandpa, both sides of the family. It's the neighbors live on each side of the house.
Mhm.
There's an aunt and another aunt and an uncle and mom's best friend and dad's work buddy. That's it.
Coworkers, neighbors, business people, church. I mean, it goes on and on. If you have your members sell at least 10 items each, you will be more successful than you've ever been. I mean, that is really the essence of it. The 10 is super easy. Your top 10 list will be your holy grail. It'll be the thing that every one of your members should follow. And have those check-in meetings. Make sure they're hitting that 10 list. You'd be surprised that something that simple can make you that successful. That would double and triple your sales, and we've seen it before. John's got stories, but I'm not going to let him share his stories tonight. No.
I'm going to tell them stories. So at your kickoff meeting, each of the members will get a sales aid. They'll each get a fundraising envelope, and they're going to each get one of these sheets. And the fundraising leader and hopefully some community members can fill these out so it's easy and less work for the leader. But this is important, Pete, at the for the kickoff meeting for the kids. At that meeting, give them all this piece of paper and a pencil or a pen or crayon.
That's right.
And have them write down each of the names. And if some of the youngsters, they can't think of 10 people, get them to write down all the names. And at the checkout meetings, throughout the fundraising sales period, have them bring this back. Have you talked to all these people? Have they purchased a wreath? And for the least expensive wreath, it's a traditional program. So
Absolutely.
mom and dad, that's their wreath.
Yep.
Grandma and grandpa, they're going to come over for Thanksgiving dinner.
Yep.
So that's traditional program.
Yep.
The neighbors east side of the house, there's traditional program.
Traditional. Yep.
Aunt Bertha in Albuquerque, point her to HGP.
Yep.
How to get wreath,
Yep.
or Gift It Forward.
Or giftedforward.com. Exactly.
But as I say, with the traditional program, the price could be the least expensive because the shipping cost for that Christmas wreath to pretty much anywhere in the country is about $14.
And I'm glad you brought that up too, John, especially with having your members fill out this list, because right now with the social distancing, you guys might not be meeting as much, with everything going on. So this is a really good opportunity to re-engage and reenact with your scout unit or whatever group you're a part of. Have them all sit down, have them fill out the top 10. It's a good way to get together again. So that'll be a fun activity that you guys can do. And right now we have about 4 to 5 minutes left. We can stay a little bit longer if you guys would like, but we wanted to really get to a lot of the questions. So I saw a question come in earlier that talked about different forms for selling. We offer a full plate of sales aids, anything you need. We offer the individual order forms for the HGP program.
There's like 6 or 7 different sales aids.
Yeah.
One is really simple, wreaths only. One is
Yep.
just the bigger one with the holiday gift program within it.
Yep.
Some is traditional program only. There's a backpack flyer that can be distributed at school.
And that's the one I think the question was about in the chat box. So you will be covered. You'll have all the pieces. And if there's anything you need, reach out to your coach, that 800-446-4229. Again, it's in the chat box too, and we'll have you covered with whatever you need.
By the way, with this your product order form, we pre-print for everybody. I mean, the organization order 200, 300, 400 of these. We pre-print on the back side the name of your organization and the coupon code. So when you give these to your members, there's nothing to do on the back side. It's pre-printed, ready to go.
And you can order more of these if you run out when you fill out your data sheet. If you haven't already, make sure you do that at the end of the video. But if you have already and you ordered all your sales aids, if you run out, let us know. We'll send you more. If you haven't filled out your data sheet yet, and if you're not sure, order a bunch. We have a lot. So one of the questions we wanted to get to from a John J is, what is the main difference between HGP and Gift It Forward? And we kind of already discussed that a little bit, but it's really simple when you're thinking about it. So we have these 3 programs. One's the bulk traditional, but the difference between HGP and Gift It Forward, one utilizes paper forms, the other one's completely online.
Yeah, that's correct. That's exactly right. And also with Holiday Gift Program, you can choose your own profit level.
Exactly. Yep.
And
exactly.
as I say, a lot of customers want to earn more than $8 per item. With Holiday Gift Program, they can. It's whatever you want to charge. Could be $5, could be $8, could be $10, could be. I talked to a gal last year. It's $15 profit on every single, both traditional and Holiday Gift Program.
Exactly.
So but this is a paper form, and it's a scannable form, so there's a unique barcode on each one. So we can track this. When these come in, we scan each order form through the system. So our IT guy can tell anybody where it's at in the system, if it's already processed and ready to be shipped, or if it's ready to be shipped today,
Exactly.
or it's already been shipped, and we can track it with FedEx and tell you what day it's going to be received.
Yep.
With Gift It Forward, it's all online, and you as a leader can go in at any time and talk to your fundraising coach about how to do it, and see how many items you've sold, who sold them, and you keep track of your whole fundraiser from there.
Exactly.
It lists all your profit. This is a big website. It took a lot of it to make
it was
this one
fun
happen.
though.
Yeah.
So to kind of wrap things up for you guys tonight, kind of the three things we touched on was how to put on the most successful fundraiser during the pandemic era. And we touched about how we have three main programs that all can be utilized during the pandemic. Your top 10 list, that's the biggest ticket. Make sure your members are selling 10 items each.
Muy importante.
And lastly, the best tips and helpful ideas for wreath fundraising. And I think we touched on a lot of tips. And I don't know,
Let me just one other thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So this might be a little bit more difficult this year, but for as long as I can remember, we've supplied free promotional wreaths or sample wreaths
Yes.
to organizations if there's going to be some kind of an event. There's no charge for either the classic or the Victorian wreath. No charge for shipping. We want all you organizations, all Scott organizations, to be successful. Anything we can do to help you do that, I want to know about it.
Yep.
I can make it happen.
And he will too. He's not joking about that.
So we will send out a free sample wreath in the exact box that you get your Gift It Forward or a Holly gift wreath in. And it's really like, and you all have different communities and doing different things with COVID, but free samples are available to everybody. And in order to do that, talk to the fundraising coach. And he or she will have some ideas on how best to use that sample.
Yes.
And people use it week after week. And we're going to start sending out samples in about 10 days or so. The new growth on the balsam fir is still a little bit tender, hasn't quite turned into wood yet. So it's going to wilt right now a little bit after a few days. But in about 2 weeks, it'll be hardened off into wood and it'll stand up nice and straight and it'll last. And they can talk about how to keep it fresh. You can use it week after week after week. You can, for Christmas, you can hang it on your front door.
As you guys can tell, John loves this stuff. I'm gonna have to cut him off or he's gonna be here all night with you guys. No, but like we said, the good news is Christmas is not canceled this year, guys. We're super excited to work with all of you. Like we said, if you haven't done so yet, fill out your online data sheet. That's the first step. That's on our website at the top, a gold button, or you get a paper copy of it. And if you have any questions, our fundraising coaches are standing by.
I have one more thing.
John's got one more thing, guys.
So this is important. Anybody, returning customers and the leads, they all have a price list. All the prices for the products are listed here as plainly as we could figure out how to do it plainly. On the back side, there's a shipping cost. It is per item, per each item. So you just add, like for zone 1 for all 25-inch wreaths, that's $2.60 for shipping. It's the price of the wreath. It's the additional cost of the shipping, plus whatever profit you want to make. That's it for a traditional program.
Yeah.
For the Holly Gift program, the shipping is already in here. So you just take this price for a classic wreath, $39.29, add your profit, $5, $10, whatever it is. That's your price. So a traditional program, you need to add shipping costs and then your profit. Holly Gift wreaths, just add your profit. Yep. And I saw one person ask a question, when do they pay for the wreaths?
Yeah.
For Holly Gift wreaths, you pay for them when you submit the order. And for traditional program products, it's 50% due within 2 weeks after you receive your order.
Yep.
And then balanced by December 26th.
Yep.
And for Gift It Forward, those customers pay as they go. So
Exactly.
So that's how that works.
That's right. That's right. Well, thank you guys. Thank you for being here. Look out for the next video. We're going to start doing a couple more of these webinars throughout the year. So look out for those. We'll send more information on those so we can do more of these interactive Q&As and touch a little bit more about timely tips, important deadlines to remember and things like that. So
make sure our email address is on your favorites list, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So spam doesn't catch or it doesn't
Yeah.
go into your junk.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to follow along our weekly newsletter as well.
Every
So
week, Adam and I, mainly Adam, puts these together, but we work together on it.
teamwork makes the dream work, is
Yeah,
what we
that's
say
right.
around here.
And this year, I believe so far every weekly e-blast that comes out on Tuesday is embedded with a video about
Exactly.
some aspect of
Yep,
it.
yep.
And that we're trying to be impactful
Yep.
and really helpful at different phases during the season. For instance, when Final Order Week comes up, we're going to talk about how to fill out the final order form.
Exactly. So follow along with those videos as well. Those are great. So I see some of the thank yous coming in on the comment section. Mary, Anne Marie, Lynn, thank you. It's our pleasure tonight. Thank you guys for being with us. If you have any questions, like we said, reach out to your fundraising coach, fill out your data sheet, and hopefully we'll see you guys all soon.
I got one more thing. So
One more thing.
this is the first time. Are they going to cut us off?
They will.
Oh,
we
well,
have a
before they cut us
limit.
off, this is the first time we've done this.
Yeah.
I'd be interested to know, through your fundraising coach, if you found this
Yeah.
webinar of value. I really would like to know.
Yeah, the feedback is always important. We do a survey at the end of the year too that we really get a lot of good feedback from, and that's what facilitates John and I moving into the future with products and programs and everything like that. So let us know how we're doing. Let us know what you need. We're here for you every step of the way. Thanks, guys.
Thanks for joining us, everybody. Bye now.